The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Yeah. Bondi Lifesavers, as we know the boys. We've seen them on so many times. Harrison's jumped in, actually, from Bondi Rescue. Nathan was just asking him off air, do you get paid to come over here, Harrison?
Yeah.
Nah, I think this is all voluntary, and like there's 30 lifeguards over at Bondi, so I've been very lucky. I jumped the gun every time.
If Nova said, Nathan, we're sending you across the country to swim, and I'll go, okay, then how many buckets of money are we looking at?
You've done it before, Harrison. You love coming over to Perth.
I love it. I have the best time here. And look, to be honest, I haven't thought about the swim once. I'm thinking about the beers on the island. I'm thinking about the Sunday
session. This is because you're taking the soft option.
Yeah. We heard that you're doing like 2-minute spells in the water and then you're getting out. Is that right? So
previous times I've done about 9 years now. I've had guys equal to my ability.
Yeah.
And we get there and we're exhausted. So I thought, it works smarter, not harder. So I brought over Whippet, who's just recently swum the English Channel last year, solo, which is a 40k swim.
Yep.
Yes.
Quino, who's also done the English Channel 40k swim. He did it nearly in a record-breaking hour.
Whoa!
And he's done the Roto swim solo too.
Yeah, right.
And there's Matt from Neighbours. I'm not sure about his swimming ability, so I think we're just going to be sitting in the front having a couple of margaritas and the boys are
Quinny
fine.
and Whippet.
Exactly.
Battle it out as a duo, as an unofficial duo.
And I'm going to be looking that good, that fresh coming onto that island.
Yeah, that's what it's
You'll
about.
be seeing me on that dance floor.
Your
trust
finest
me.
work will be after the race.
Sean's concerned about the wind situation. He would like the wind to help push him towards Roto, but it seems the wind's going to be in his face, pushing you away from Roto. Is that going to be a real issue?
We actually love it. Like, the choppier, the better. Because the teams that do well here are the pool swimmers.
Yeah.
The pool. We love swimming in the ocean. That's what we do it. Like, in the choppier, the waves, the better. Because everyone hates it. It's where we do our best work.
Really?
What's the key to swimming into the chop?
The chop?
It's actually a different stroke. It's kind of weird,
you
up over
it up.
Yeah, but up. If you look it up on YouTube, you look at the old the Ironman series video. It's a surf swimming so different, and you kind of watch, instead of breathing to the side, you're watching where you're going. It's unique. I actually have no idea. It's what the other guys are saying.
You were convincing
I'm not the swimmer.
Will Shaun be able to use, say, his assets, like his nose as a surfboard fin, to cut through the waves? Would that make it easier?
Yeah, I guess it'd be like the keel on the yacht at the bottom.
Sell GPs on this weekend. It's not in the harbour, it's over here,
So, have you ever had a bit of a concerning situation during one of these swims where you've gone, oh my God, I've cramped up, or where's the boat, or something brushed against my leg, anything?
Twice.
What?
The worst part is when you go through that shipping channel, and it's like a couple of Ks where you can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
But when you come out of that, you start just seeing the bottom, but you see the seaweed on the bottom. And it's dark, and it plays tricks.
It's all moving.
Seaweed, I always call it. It's the devil's hair. Yeah.
And the other worst thing about it as well, like when I'm in that water, the paddler, I want to be brushing my hand past that paddler. Like, you got to be right on me. The worst part is they stop to have a break.
Yeah.
So the boat and the paddler are about 100 metres away, and I'm still swimming forward. It is the most unnatural feeling, being in the middle of the ocean, looking back on, where the bloody hell are they? Where are they?
In the open water.
That part where you're saying when you go from darkness into a little bit where you make out, because those shadows are just jumping out of everywhere. It's so unnerving.
But that whole paddler being 100 metres behind you, that terrifies me. Because what if suddenly you go, oh no, I'm going under. You've got 100 metres for them to catch you.
Can you imagine the headline the next morning? Bondi lifeguard drowns.
Yeah, I know. It would be embarrassing.
It would be one of those things where there'd be a joke made up at you about your death by the end of the week. 100%. And then people say, blah, 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 blah. And that's how Harrison died.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, a few years ago, when there was a shark sighting, they told everybody that if you got back in the boat, you were disqualified. Have they changed the ruling on that?
I don't think so. I think you're just disqualified.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we had the same in the Port to Pub where they spotted a shark and then go, righto, you got to stop swimming, but you cannot get into the boat.
Okay.
Because that breaks the world rules.
So if there's just a shark there, you're not allowed to get in the boat. The shark has a gun. Are you allowed in the boat?
God, yeah. I'm getting out.
So,
I mean, I'm not fearful of biting me, just shooting me.
But they made that rule of not going in the boat if there's a shark, but then what if the shark attacks you? Then that's a stupid rule, is it not? Because you could have been in the boat.
Nathan, they're telling you to stop swimming, so you're literally a bobbing duck.
Yeah, stop swimming.
And you're covered in sheep fat?
Yes, you are.
Exactly.
Do you do the wool fat?
No, I've got enough fat on me.
Yeah, an old lady this morning, Bet, who's doing it. She's 75, and if she finishes solo because she's tough. If she finishes it, she'll be the oldest female soloist ever.
Wow, that is incredible.
She covers herself in wool fat, or she has someone do it.
Stay away from her.
Is it any fat, or would duck fat work? Like, is it any just animal fat?
Yeah, we don't want to eat delicious
Twice fried chips.
Nice and crunchy for the sharks.
You go well with the
Hey, Harrison, a couple of times when I've started off on the beach, I'm not sure if you've done this, but I've found it difficult to find the boat a couple of times, and I've ended up way off land, just going off my head because the boat hasn't been with me, so I'm just out there.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you have a paddler with you, but the boat's nowhere near you because my mates just got distracted, chewing the fat.
Can you try and join someone else's boat?
Can I swim with you? Have you found those parts easy enough? Or
I've done the beach once. It was the most horrific experience that ever happened to me. Not because it's my own undoing. Because, a bit younger back then, we were going out. Massive Thursday night. Went out Friday night, very hungover. And the guys got picked up early to get to the wharf. And they go, all right, Harrison, there's going to be no one there for you. You just got to we had an Airbnb. Got to get from the house, which is down the road, got to get to the start line at that time. Easy. Set my alarm. Bit of time to go. Slept in. I woke up 20 minutes to go till my race.
Actually,
and then it's like a 10-minute walk. So I'm like, Jesus. So I've got my swimmers on. I'm running that main road at Cottesloe, running down that highway. Goggles, swim hat, and my swimmers just running around. This guy, swear to God, pulled over and goes, mate, you going to the swim? I'm like, yes. Jumped in, gave me a lift down there. Go through.
Imagine if you'd said no.
And I'm so nervous. So I'm on the start line. And of course, I'm not the swimmer out of all the lifeguards, but they're hamming it up on the mic. Bondi Rescue, Harrison here, and I'm getting nervous. Everyone's looking at me. I'm playing my goggles 5 minutes before our race goes, and I snap my goggles. So now they're making an announcement. Anyone got goggles? And I'm there, and this legend gave me the goggles, but they were just horrendous.
They were Dora the Explorer.
And so I am hyped. I'm at the front of everyone, like, all right, I've got a bit of a backbone. Went in the water, dove in, and the goggles just went straight around my neck. But the thing is, though, you couldn't stop because it's like 100 swimmers behind you to get around. So I'm swimming with no goggles for that first, it's like a 2K swim.
Yeah, it is.
And then you're swimming through where the boat's and the petrol in your eyes. My eyes were stinging the whole.
Because all the diesel, they're just there.
I don't get any of this.
Yeah.
Wow, no way.
Yeah, not good. But the good thing is, then started swimming, you start passing all the people doing the solo, and they are just in the hurt locker. They look horrible. And we are feeling so good just passing all these people going, it could be worse. And we're passing them going, it makes you feel better because it feels like you're actually overtaking people.
So Sean's leaving at 6 o'clock tomorrow. What time are you leaving?
I think it's 20 past 7.
Okay, so what time do you think you'll be overtaking him then?
6:30?
No, I can't wait.
I've got an hour and 20 head start.
We need to try and find your boat or like a flag. Then I won't swim over. I'll get one of the boys to swim over.
But he'll go cheers for the boat.
That's the sort of solidarity we're looking for.
Exactly.
You know what? I do actually want to speak to some people. Yeah. What do you think? We'll take some calls 13 24 10. And whether it's a Roto swim or something else, we want to know when you've been out swimming in the open water, right? So it's you in the ocean. We want to know. Stuff it. We all know what can go wrong. Sorry, Sean. I need you to be prepared.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to hear
forearmed.
I'm a champion. I won. I want to hear the things that Sean should have to keep his eyes out for.
So if you have experience swimming in the ocean, 13 24 10, tell us what's gone wrong so that Sean can, know what to be prepared for.
Yeah, prepared. Harrison's prepared. He's got the good swimmers. He's going to be on the boat most of the time.
Is it a rule? Do you have to wear? Does anyone there just wear boardies? Do you have to wear speedos?
No, you don't. But it's difficult with the drag.
You wouldn't wear boardies, would you?
You wouldn't wear boardies. No.
I've got the full suit happening tomorrow.
Do you? The Ian Thorpe.
Not the arm piece.
Just
yes, exactly. Thanks to our sponsors, NJ Bell.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, Harrison's wearing the Catwoman outfit.
You catch Harrison's fine work on Channel 10, Bondi Rescue, of course. Good luck tomorrow, Harrison.
I'm going to need it. I probably won't.
Sean's going to need it, but you'll see you there at the pub after. Thanks,
definitely.
mate.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We just had Harrison in from Bondi Rescue, who is also doing the swim tomorrow, but in a team.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Not
He was
solo
great value.
like this hero.
We are discussing what can possibly go wrong in an open water swim, and the only time I've really been in the open water in the ocean is the time my brother flung me off the rocks in Esperance, Natalie, and I was in the deep choppy ocean, and then he yelled at me, just before, and he told me that wild dolphins, which we were watching at from the rocks, what they do to humans is they take them out to the ocean and then they play with you until you're dead. And then
he
when
pushed
he
you
said,
in.
there's some
No, that's
wild
all
dolphins,
accurate.
and he pushed me in. So I literally, Shaun, I would have won the Rotto swim from swimming back to the rock.
Mate, you'd been running on water, literally.
So that's the only time I've ever been in choppy big blue ocean.
Let's talk to Sandy in South Lake. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Okay, what's your
Yeah,
experience,
so-
Sandy?
Well, I was silly enough to say yes to a team offer when I'd only been swimming for about 5 years, and so I kept thinking I was going to drown.
Yeah.
But then someone said, "You're not going to drown," and I just went, "Oh, okay. No worries." So I did the training,
Yeah.
prepped really well.
Yeah.
Got in the water, but no one prepared me for the amount of boats and the fact that you need to have some sense of direction when you're in the water.
Yeah.
So I just kept headbutting my boat. And they kept going, no,
You kept running into it,
the
literally
paddler."
running into it, yeah.
Yeah, and the paddler. But the hardest thing for me was direction. So I was very vertically challenged.
Yeah.
And they weren't too happy with me because I kept losing time in stopping and going, what the hell?
Going the wrong way.
Were you going sideways?
Yeah, and also bumping your head, forgetting what
yeah.
you're doing.
It sounds like something Shaun would do, to be honest.
Yeah, no, one of our Spider Burton, when we swim with him, he's got a strong left arm and he just goes left. He goes hard left
Yeah,
every
right.
time. So you got to keep him on
Because
target.
there's no black line to follow,
So-
is there?
so-
and also the current's carrying you.
Yeah.
We went past the fact that Sandy said I'd only been swimming for 5 years.
I know somebody that did it in a year. So started learning to swim, never learned to swim as a kid. As an adult said, I want to do the Rotto swim.
Yeah.
So with a year out, he started to learn to swim from nothing, had no experience, and did the Rotto swim.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's possible.
No.
Yeah.
I just thought 5 years of swimming, I can't believe that's looked at as a small amount of swimming.
Well, yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's a swimmer. We've got Tass from Sorrento. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Taz.
Now, what's your open water swimming experience?
So last July, I attempted to swim the North Channel from Ireland to Scotland.
Oh,
And about 2 k's out, well, the water's that cold, you cannot feel your body. It's about 14 degrees. And I was just swimming through swarms of these jellyfish called lion's manes.
Yeah.
Lions
And I
manes.
couldn't actually feel getting stung. And then 2k from Scotland, my respiratory system shut down and I ended up in hospital for 2 days.
Oh, my God. Tass.
Taz, how long's what's the distance between Ireland and Scotland?
It's 34 kilometres. It's the same as the English Channel.
Okay, 34 kilometres. So you had 2 Ks to go. You'd swum 32 Ks, and that
No,
was it.
I had a really, really bad day, and I actually had swum 34 kilometres.
So you didn't know you got bitten because you didn't feel it, and then your body just started shutting down.
It wasn't until I was in A&E, and about 6 hours later, and I felt like I looked like a drug addict because my body was just vibrating and I was itching all over. But it took that long for my body to register that I'd been stung
Because you're
Yeah,
freezing.
so cold,
because I
yeah.
was so cold.
Oh, Shaun, and you get cold really easy.
I do. Taz, did you have all the duck fat stuff on? Did you have all that stuff on?
I didn't. No, I just had a bit of ocean grease on the bits where I chafed.
Yeah.
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 What possessed you to do it in the first place, Tass? Because that sounds awful on every level.
Well, it's part of an Ocean Sevens challenge.
Yeah.
But obviously, I grew up in Scotland and I've lived in Perth for 17 years. And I was going home to Scotland and I thought, well, how about I just do that swim and then go home and celebrate? But I celebrated anyway, but I'm going back again to try it next year.
Are you?
Wow.
Yeah.
You
But my
idiot.
brother's doing the rock death swim solo for the first time. He came over from Tasmania, so I'm out there with you all tomorrow. So
Oh, good on you, Taz.
All right, Sean, jellyfish spotter. You need a jellyfish
Yeah.
spotter.
Yeah. You need someone dragging the net in
I
front.
didn't even throw into the mix that something could
Yeah,
like slightly
sting
nick
you.
you or bite you and you not register, and then later on your body shuts down. That's a good one to put in the mix, isn't it?
Anyway, Sean, good luck.
All the best.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I'd like to have a bit of a tight ship at our house that everything's under control by the time you go to bed.
I mean,
Anyone
you
believe
like
that?
to.
Yesterday, when I got out of bed and I was just getting all my stuff organised in the morning, I walked down to the kitchen. I was just grabbing my drinks and my food and stuff, and I noticed that the back door was the sliding door wasn't shut properly. It was just a bit ajar. And I know that the kids have been going out later on, and I've gone to bed early with them, and I've just thinking to myself, I've got to tell these kids to sharpen up because you can't go leaving everything open.
Can I say, as kids, when they don't close the door properly, it's like you've closed it. You've closed it 95% of the way, and the other 5% you couldn't do. It's puzzling, isn't it?
No,
but we all used to do it. What were we doing?
I don't
Why
know.
Wouldn't we just close the door?
On that same, in that same
Low priority.
Yeah, I go to the kitchen. The dishwasher is right next to the sink, right?
Yeah.
And the bastards put their plates in the sink and walk off.
I know.
Yeah.
How hard is it to just open the drawer and put it
But
in?
I remember back as a
impossible.
teenager, Sean.
Impossible.
It's so hard.
It is.
Impossible.
And then when you ask them to do that, give you this look like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
He just wanted to get it off his chest.
Yeah, anyway, so after that, I packed all my gear and I started to head up to the front of the house and saw the dog, our German Shepherd, which is a large German Shepherd. He's inside. Now, he's an outside dog.
He normally sleeps in the garage,
Yep,
right?
he sleeps in the garage.
Yes.
And I always think, there's no one coming into our house because I've got a large German Shepherd who barks at everybody coming
When you say
along.
like, no, Rex is massive.
He's a big-
he looks
he's a
like
big
a
unit.
bear. He's
Yeah.
gigantic.
Yeah. So anyway, he's inside. The door is shut. It's not locked. So I then open the garage to go into
He's
the
living
garage
his
to
best
drive
life,
out.
by the
He
way.
is.
Yeah.
And the bloody garage door is completely up. The light is on in that area, and my wife's car has got two doors open. The centre console's been rifled through, and then she had some dry cleaning, not dry cleaning, she had some clothes in there she was going to drop off to the Good
Donate.
Sammys and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we all have those bags.
So,
yeah.
Sean, was anything taken from the car?
There was no monetary or I'm not sure. She hasn't really checked properly of what value, but I just know
But
that there was no wallets
purse
and
or
keys
bag,
in there.
Yeah.
What I'm more concerned about was all the things that you borrowed off the neighbours still there.
I don't know. I haven't looked actually to see if any of the other stuff had been taken.
Yeah, because you just
Actually, I have not even
thought
looked.
about the car, but what about everything else in that garage?
Yeah, not at all. But I was driving to work. I only told Megan this last night we were in bed, and she just started.
So if they get
Firing
in,
up.
if they, as they could walk into the garage because the garage door was
Yeah.
open, then is that you've got a door at the back that just leads straight into your house, presumably?
Yeah, and
no one
normally,
locks that
no
door.
one's been locking it
No,
lately.
well you don't because the garage
You're the
door
garage door, so you can't get
is
into
normally
that area
down.
anyway.
And there's
So-
a gigantic German Shepherd.
You're not going to get past him. But in all the levels, the door was open.
Yeah.
The dog was locked away. The door to the house was open. The back door was open. We're just inviting people to come in and just
You
steal
are.
all our stuff.
Because
are.
people will break into a house, sure, but when it's open,
Yeah.
like, why not?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, literally, if
There's-
I'm not a thief, I'm walking past and someone's door is open, I'll go and have a look. What do you mean?
They might have some sliced turkey.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, have a look around. No, it's nice. Go there, watch you while you sleep for a bit, you and Megan.
You know,
Maybe draw you.
film it, put it on TikTok, that kind of thing.
I wanted to ask if people have been put in the situation where they've forgotten about something or that they've got other people living in their house. They're just inviting the criminals in. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just
just
go away.
Yeah.
Making it
and
too
we'll
easy for the
leave everything
crims.
open.
Yeah.
Come and get us.
Yeah, you do hear of those people that have gone to Bali for 3 weeks and come back and realise they've left their front door open and not a thing has been taken. But for someone with your luck,
Yeah.
that sliding door will be open for, 2 hours and everything will be taken.
Yep.
Ali, are you a stickler for security at your home?
Yeah, I love to lock the doors.
Locker.
My dad is terrible. He's got a padlock on every room, like a deadbolt on every room.
But he's got treasure.
That's to keep Marlene out of most of them, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's insane. It's like he's guarding the Queen's jewels, and it's not. It's just piles of crap. You're safeguarding piles and piles
Sean's
of crap.
leaving the garage door up and just saying with a neon sign
on and everything.
Come in. We want to know if you've been making it easy for the robbers. Hello, Sophie.
Good morning. How are you?
Going, Soph?
Great, Soph. Okay, what happened?
I got home actually this week and the garage door was wide open. My husband had left it open from 6. It was 4. I run a business and I have easily $10,000 worth of stock in there. His golf clubs. He's just spent a fortune on tools. All there.
Oh, tools.
All there.
Nothing was taken, but I thought, well, it's his fault. I'm going to play with him. So I decided to take just a few of his golf clubs and hide them just to teach him a lesson. I'm like, I don't think anything's gone missing, but you have a look. He's like, my golf clubs.
That's great.
You know what? Most crimes are opportunistic, right?
That's right.
So you are thank God that no one in that time that was a criminal had walked past your house.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
God.
So where do you live again? You got
Yanchep.
but what's
the actual address? And what exactly is this $10,000 worth of stock, and how easy is it to move on Gumtree?
Well, we need a trailer.
Just a couple of quick questions.
We'll get this stuff off you. Hold there.
Yes, so thank you. Stephen, hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey,
Good,
Stephen.
buddy. Did you make it too easy for the criminals?
Yeah, I left my keys in the ignition of my car in the shops.
Oh.
And wait, firstly, what car have we got?
I had a I-30 at the time.
Yeah, okay.
I-30.
What
Red
shops?
I-30.
Not shops, yeah, that's important.
Carousels.
Okay.
Car park.
And was it still there when you got back?
Yeah, it was.
Well, there's a bit
Well, what do you have to do to get your car stolen these days?
Easy. You just park it in Morley. That's the right shop. Every time I can't leave, I'm surprised it's still there.
That's why Nathan's always driving a different car. Good on you, Steve. Thanks, buddy. Louise is in Gosnells. Hello.
Hello.
Gosnells. There'd be no crime there,
There's
Louise,
no crime there.
surely.
No way.
Oh, look, I've moved down in the world a little bit. I was in South Perth when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
So back in 1999, and I moved out for the first time with a girlfriend. And then basically one night, it was a bit like a Melrose Place set up. You've got all the apartments with the pool and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Great.
Yeah, and we had a party upstairs, and we were on the ground floor. And I stayed up there till about 3 a.m., but my friend went back down and passed out at about midnight and had proceeded to leave our back sliding door ajar. And because we're on the ground floor, our gate was near the entrance where there's no security. The security gate is further up.
Yep.
So someone's just let themselves in, turn on all the lights, rummage through all our stuff, stole my SLR camera, my car keys, and my mobile phone. Nothing of hers. And proceeded to drive my car, went and filled up my car
that's
with
nice.
petrol and drove it like 700 kilometres over the week and found it in Cannington.
Oh, wow. So they went on a bit of a adventure. They had some chores to do.
700 Ks on it.
Yeah, it's just so unlucky. When we were living in Northbridge this time, we used to leave the front door open all the time. And we had the front door open one day and then close, and then later on open and then close again. And we're like, wait, there, no one's, in Pippa's bedroom, which is at the front. So we go into Pippa's bedroom, and all that was missing, and she had a laptop and everything there, was one pair of thongs.
Yeah, somebody just needed some footwear to get home.
And they were next to like brand sneakers and stuff lined up, and they took
Obviously,
a pair of
they weren't trying to get into a club.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Louise.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.